Golden State Warriors won a crucial game against the Boston Celtics to take a 3-2 series lead. Now the Boston Celtics were favored to win this game, but they did lose this game against the Golden State Warriors, which was not what I expected, nor did the experts of the NBA expect to happen. So how did the Golden State Warriors win, and how did the Boston Celtics lose? What went right with the Golden State Warriors, and what went wrong with the Boston Celtics? And also in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my Game 6 prediction of the NBA Finals. So let's get into it. What went right with the Golden State Warriors? Now, let's start off with some things that went wrong with the Golden State Warriors. Stephen Curry had 16 points and was 0 for 9 from the three-point line. But that really didn't matter to them losing, because Andrew Wiggins had 26 points and he stepped up big time, as Jason Tatum had 27 points. He was their best player in this game, and in my opinion, now that I think about it, he's actually the X factor of this series. I thought Jordan Poole was the X factor of the series, and I thought he would play great in this series, but he has not been playing that good in this series, other than some buzzer beaters and some 17-point games. Jordan Poole has not been as good as Andrew Wiggins. And since Andrew Wiggins is this good, that's why the Golden State Warriors are winning. He's their second best player. And if he didn't play this good, well, the Golden State Warriors would be losing this game, and it would be very, very hard for them to win this series. Now, Jordan Poole isn't a bad player. I'm not saying that, but he's just not the second best player on this team in this series. It's Andrew Wiggins, and if Andrew Wiggins plays bad, then the Golden State Warriors would lose. And none of us knew if Andrew Wiggins would play good or bad on the offensive side of the ball. But he's playing good on offense and very good on defense. Putting up 26 points is big time when Stephen Curry only has 16 points in the game. So it's definitely very important for the Golden State Warriors to play good and Andrew Wiggins to play good. Another important thing was Draymond Green. Draymond Green had 8 points, was 3 for 6 from the field, and had 1 steal, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds. Even though the Boston Celtics have a big size advantage against the Golden State Warriors, the Golden State Warriors still play very good on the glass. Draymond Green had 7 rebounds, and 6 assists can definitely impact the team. The scoring for Draymond Green doesn't really matter, and he did not get that many fouls. So 6 assists impacts the team. 7 rebounds is also very important. Also, Andrew Wiggins had 13 rebounds. That's another very important aspect of the game, rebounding. It may seem underrated, but it can create second chance opportunities for their team. So it's very important to get rebounds. And that is one reason why the Golden State Warriors won this game. Without Draymond Green or Andrew Wiggins or Kevin Looney, they wouldn't be able to get rebounds. So that's why it's so important to have those key guys to help you win the game. Also, Jordan Poole did have 14 points, and Gary Payton II came up big time off the bench with 15 points, playing good defense on Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Now in the third quarter, the Boston Celtics did come crawling back into the game, and they kept hitting shots. Al Horford made a three-pointer to take the lead, and they took advantage of Stephen Curry playing bad. After going 0 for 12 in the beginning of the game and losing by 16 points in the beginning of the game, having a terrible start. Al Horford helped the Celtics get their first lead. After their 0 for 12 start from the three-point line, the Boston Celtics made 8 straight three-pointers in the game, which definitely helped them get back into the game. The Golden State Warriors were really bad from the three-point line. They were 22.5% from the three-point line, and the Boston Celtics were 34.4% from the three-point line. But the problems for the Boston Celtics were their fourth quarter. Usually we are accustomed to seeing the Boston Celtics win the fourth quarter against the Golden State Warriors. But this time they lost 29-20. And with about 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, they did not score a single point in that quarter. Yes, I am not lying. The Boston Celtics did not score a single point in the fourth quarter at the 7-minute mark, which is absolutely terrible. You need to finish out the game when you come back and score many points in the fourth quarter. Of course, it's not easy, but it's absolutely unacceptable to score this many points, only 0 points in 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. And the Golden State Warriors capitalize on this on the offensive end. So the Boston Celtics' terrible fourth quarter helped them lose the game. Another very, very bad aspect for the Boston Celtics were their turnovers. That's another way the Boston Celtics lost this game. Jason Tatum had 27 points and he started to get hot in the second and third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, Jason Tatum only had 5 points, and the Boston Celtics kept getting turnovers. Tatum had 4 turnovers, Al Horford had 2 turnovers, Marcus Smart had 4 turnovers, Jaylen Brown had 5 turnovers, Grant Williams had 2 turnovers, and Peyton Pritchard had 1 turnover. And the Boston Celtics had more than 16 turnovers. And the Golden State Warriors cut down on their turnovers. They did not get as many turnovers as the Boston Celtics. Plus, Andrew Wiggins took over the fourth quarter of action, kept on scoring back-to-back buckets. And who expected Andrew Wiggins to be the second best player on potentially a championship team? That is absolutely crazy for Andrew Wiggins to be this good on the Golden State Warriors. Now, whenever the Boston Celtics get more than 16 turnovers or even 16 turnovers, they are 1-6, which definitely does not help them win. So now the Boston Celtics are 1-7 when they have 16 or more turnovers. And that's the reason why they lost the game. In my opinion, that's the biggest reason they lost this game. Their turnovers and their bad fourth quarter play. Anyways, this is how the Boston Celtics lost this game. Another reason they also lost this game was their bad free throw shooting. But yeah, this is how they lost this game. And in my opinion, the Boston Celtics will force a game 7 because Jason Tatum will play a lot better in the next game. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe.